Good day and welcome to the Sport Rep Show. I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, unpacking the latest news events. In today's show, you can expect the latest on CAF President Patrice Motsepe's visit and news on the InterHigh that is taking place in the capital. Sport Rep has you covered. And now for your latest on the hit list. CAF President Patrice Motsepe was at the State House this morning visiting the President of Namibia, Hage Geingob. The FIFA Normalization Committee was also in attendance together with the Minister of Sports, Agnes Shongarero. Our reporter, Limba Mupetami, was at Status and has this compiled for us.
No, but I think, are they coming? I think.
Service to Africa, African soccer must move up. I want to go back and play again. Some of the things I was at danger point. Danger point number 2. That means when you pass me, you score. No, that was rough. Good soccer. I was in South Africa.
I know that.
Yeah, so be careful. We've come a long way. So this is the community. Normalize what? You know what is wrong, normalize it, decide. You know what is wrong? Huh? You are doing, you see, research is done when you don't know what the problem is. That's when you say that's a research. In your case, you know what is the problem. Just solve it. Just like that. Because I was in Doha, I went to the city there.
Yeah.
Show him and they said, you see, it's always good to have a purpose. When we decided to host the World Cup, we had to do these things. South Africa was the same. We say that no stadia and the roads were done because of that purpose. Now we are going to have a joint bid between us and Botswana. Now because of that, we didn't have a stadia was in South Africa. Shame.
Absolutely.
Therefore, this committee, if you don't solve it now, you don't solve it now, I don't interfere, you know FIFA. You know FIFA rules are very, very clear. Who's the FIFA official here? Yeah.
You're the best president.
So, you know what they do? They kick the countries out, this one. So, they should know I'm not getting involved. If you get involved, you don't do anything, you will be dissolved. There will be no football. But I'm trying to host the football. Join the Botswana.
Absolutely.
And now if we don't do things right now, we're hearing me now, they're outside. You don't appoint committees and do research. Research is to find out what you do not know.
Skills, follow a life that has ethics, that has morals, and don't do the things that are illegal or unethical. So we love football, but it also gives us dignity. When Namibia plays against any country and wins, President, the pride of our people in this country, and the joy and the enthusiasm, and that's why, I, as president of CAF, of course, the family still owns a football team, but my job is every football club in this continent is my football club. And the second point is every football nation in Africa is my football nation. So I'm here to express my enthusiasm and my encouragement that it would fill me with great joy. And of course, I have to say the same to all of the other nations. But we should use football as a tool to develop football in our countries in Africa, but also as a tool for economic and social upliftment. So I encourage President, I encourage you and I encourage Botswana to submit their bid. And I'm confident that CAF will look at it in the most appropriate way. The other point I want to make is the problems that I've been exposed to of football in Namibia. It causes me and us and all of us in Africa with a huge amount of sadness and disappointment. But I want to step aside and say, I brought a message of confidence, confidence that we will work together as CAF and as FIFA with the normalization committee to make sure that football in this country follows governance, it's ethically run. The people of Namibia deserves it. The people of Namibia deserves nothing less than to let their boys and girls, because we also have to promote football amongst our girls and amongst our women. They deserve to have the exceptional talent in this country displayed in stadiums. So I've also given an instruction that I'm flying back today, but I'm going to come back tomorrow and attend this dinner, and there's a meeting of COSAFA. We've deliberately brought all of the presidents of the 14 nations in Southern Africa. We brought them here for elections. They gave us all sorts of other places. We said they must go to Namibia because I want to use that opportunity when all of them are there to send a message to our brothers and sisters in Namibia to say, yes, there are problems and there are serious challenges, but we're going to solve them. We're going to overcome them. And with the president and a head of state like yourself, you give me total confidence and faith that under your leadership, with your Minister of Sports and with the cabinet and with the normalization committee, we will make sure that bring the different groupings together. And the standard has to be, we have to follow global best practices. Of course, they have to comply, just like any other country, with the rules of CAF and the rules of FIFA. But side by side with that, and in compliance with those rules, there shouldn't be a problem about governance. There shouldn't be a problem about, I'm told it's an issue of personality. Nobody is bigger than football in Namibia. All of us have to subjugate our personal interests to advance the united interest of all of our people to develop and grow football, and also to give us the dignity and pride.
That was CAF President Patrice Motsepe, as well as the Namibia Head of State Hage Geingob, trying to address football issues. One would think that having obtained an undergraduate degree from the Namibia University of Science and Technology is enough, but for cricket player Helao Ya France, it was just the beginning. Serving as an inspiration for many sports stars, Ya France is now an honors degree holder in business management after he recently collected his second qualification at NUST. Growing up from a background where my father used to encourage us to study before pursuing other hobbies, studying became a part of my plans, Ya France said. It is for these reasons why he is encouraging fellow athletes to follow their dreams, but also to follow their books, given that sport is a short career. MTC Nestor Sunshine, Nestor Tobias, says he is ready to work with any other boxing promoter in the country in order to take boxing to another level. Tobias and the Salute Academy's friendship has taken center stage this year, with both academies working together during boxing matches. This has just been a way for us to create more champions, and I'm happy with our relationship with the Salute Academy. The Tobias Boxing Fitness Gym is ready to work with anyone willing to work with us, Nestor Tobias said. A corporate indoor soccer mini league competition is set to take place at the indoor complex in Walvis Bay. The five-a-side competition will take off in June, with Paulus Shipanga and Gerard Abraham forming as the founders and organizers. The event aims to keep employees active to help reduce excessive alcohol consumption and turn into improve participants' health and physical conditions. Zoom In is up next after the break. Today's Zoom In is all about the big focus on the inter-high competition between some of the country's top schools. The captains are ready and the athletes are set for competition. Sport Rep has some of the interviews compiled for you. Stay tuned.
Right, so we are here with the two rugby captains. First team, Jan Brandt of Windhoek Gymnasium and Daniel de Klerk of Windhoek High School, ahead of the main match of the InterHigh. So Jan, you guys won last year.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about this year's event?
Well, sir, like we all know, rugby is a strange game, so we can't say what happened last year will happen again. But yeah, we're feeling good about the amount of work we put in, and we're going to go into Saturday evening and just give our all and try to get the results we know we can.
Okay, so how do you feel about the team that you have for this year?
I feel very positive about them. We're a really young team, a lot of young guns, but the size isn't necessarily there, but I know the heart is there, and sometimes, or most of the times, that's more important. So yeah, I trust the boys, and it's going to be a fun night.
So moving on to Hage.
Thank you.
So how do you feel about this upcoming match?
I'm very positive about my team. I think we did all that we can. We're still going to do some fine tuning before the game on Saturday night. And yeah, we did everything that we can, and yeah, that's all we can do.
Are you happy with the team that you've got this year?
Yes, I'm very positive. We're also a young team. We have a few seniors, but yeah, I feel very positive, and we did all we can as a team. Yes.
Goeiemôre, ek is Hage Engels, ek is die skoolhoof van Windhoek Hoërskool.
En meneer Engels, hoe voel dit dan nou om u laaste interhoor hierdie jaar te hê?
Spesiaal. Ek moet sê daar is so 'n tikkie heimwee, omdat ons nou al so lank kom met die interhoor. Ek dink dit is nou die laaste 6 jaar wat ons kom. En elke jaar dan is daar meer kodes wat deelneem, meer kinders wat geleentheid het om deel te neem. En hierdie jaar om af te sluit by Windhoek Gymnasium is 'n spesiale voorreg.
Ja. En wat is anderster hierdie jaar? Is daar enigiets wat anders is?
Ek dink daar's mos elke jaar iets wat nuut bykom. Ek weet daar's binne hy's 'n hokkie wat bygekom het, maar ek dink die gees is elke jaar 'n bietjie anderste. Die opbou en die aanloop na so 'n geleentheid toe maak elke jaar tog verskillend.
Ja. En wat is u verwagtinge van al die kinders wat gaan deelneem?
Ek dink die deelname, dis meer as deelname, dis meer as 'n wen en 'n verloor. Ek dink die deelname wat ons besef het oor die laaste tyd, en dit kon ek elke slag sien, ons is so treetjie vorentoe in verhoudingsbou. Ek was gister hier so met die triathlon dat ons geëindig het. En die samesyn, en die opgewondenheid, en die aanmoedig en die gees wat heers, dit is baie spesiaal. En ek dink dit maak 'n interhoor anderste as 'n ander geleentheid van 'n liga wedstryd.
Ja. En het jy enige laaste woorde om dan nou net mee af te sluit?
Ja, ek dink kom ons wil almal aanmoedig om deel te neem, te ondersteun, om daar te wees, en ek dink ons ouer gemeenskappe wat ons vir jaar baie meer toeskouers kan hê. Dink ek wil ek almal aanmoedig om sê kom ons ondersteun ons spanne en ons geniet die geleentheid.
Nou, ons is Meiberg, ek is rektor van Windhoek Gymnasium.
Meneer Meiberg, wat was die beplanning om dan nou hierdie jaar die gasheerskool te wees? Wat het alles in die beplanning ingegaan?
Daar gaan 'n klomp harde werk in die beplanning in. Dis vir ons verskriklik belangrik om dit vir die kinders absoluut spesiaal te maak. Daar's 'n ongelooflike opgewondenheid by die kinders, veral die graad 12 wat dit hulle laaste interhoorjaar is. En 'n klomp beplanning gaan in so 'n naweek in.
Dink jy daar sal enige spesiale oomblikke hierdie naweek uit wees?
Ja, nee, ek glo die eerste rugbyspan wedstryd is altyd iets om na uit te sien. Daar's mos so 'n mite van die span wat die eerste span rugby wen basies die interhoor. Maar ja, nee, vir ons gaan dit nie eintlik so grootliks oor wie die wenners is nie. Vir ons is dit belangrik dat die kinders die geleenthede kry en dat hulle talente kan tentoonstel, ja.
Ja, nou die InterHigh is natuurlik 'n jaarlikse instelling. Wat dink jy is die belangrikheid daarvan om die twee skole bymekaar te bring?
O ja, net die verhoudinge tussen die twee skole is vir ons baie belangrik. En ja nee, dit ek en meneer Engels, die hoof van WAS, ons het ook 'n baie goeie verhouding en ons probeer dat die twee skole bymekaar kom en ja, Windhoek Gimnasium en WAS is eintlik die enigste twee skole wat groot genoeg is om teen mekaar deel te neem. En dit skep dan ook vir ons 'n unieke geleentheid, die twee skole, om dan op alle vlakke teen mekaar te kompeteer.
En het u enige laaste woorde, 'n woordjie van aanmoediging dalk vir die kinders wat deelneem?
Ja nee, verseker, as ek vir die graad 12 wie dit die laaste jaar is, maak die beste van die InterHigh, maak daardie memories by mekaar en sodat as hulle eendag terugkyk na die skool, dat hulle altyd die InterHigh sal onthou. En dan vir die leerlinge wat in die laer grade is, dis 'n geleentheid vir hulle om te sien hoe die InterHigh is en om elke jaar daarna uit te sien. Ek dink dit is 'n wonderlike en 'n groot gebeurtenis deesdae op die Namibiese sportkalender en skoolkalender en ja nee, mag dit net van krag tot krag gaan.
Baie dankie.
May the best school win. Just to translate a bit from the school principals, is that they feel that this event holds a lot of prominence and they are ready. It is always a very special occasion, especially for those outgoing grade 12s, which will be their farewell competition. So they hope that their schools can actually make them proud. After the break, it is Spotify. Stay tuned.
Africa Good Morning is a current affairs program that brings you the latest from Southern Africa and beyond. The show aims to reach people in Southern Africa that have an interest in current affairs, African news, and African stories, focusing on news within African borders, including correspondents on the ground across the region, economic news, sports, international news, anchor interviews, and more. Africa Good Morning is broadcasted on NTV, oneup2.com, and cross-shared on the following Facebook platforms: Africa Good Morning, The Republican, Algemene Zeitung, and Namibian Sun, as well as Namibia Media Holdings. For any advertising or news-related queries, contact agm at synergy.com.na. Africa Good Morning, bringing Africa to you.
Welcome to Spotify, where we focus on what the youth are busy with in sports. Let us take a look at what the youth were busy with in sports this weekend. Following the Namibia National Water Sky Championship held at the Fonbash Dam, the Namibia Water Sky Association selected a national and development team that was approved by the Namibia Sports Commission to compete and represent Namibia in the South African and the All-African Water Ski Championship to be held. That's from the 13th to 15th May. That's in Stellenbosch. The Namibia national team consists of Kieran Sprague, Andre Mostert, and Lexen Mills. Development colors were awarded to Luke Schmidt, Jean-Paul Venmet, Monaise Mostert, and Jean Comfort. International boat diver Martin Schmidt will be the chief driver for both the tournaments. Junior tennis players from more than 10 countries are currently competing in an International Tennis Federation J5 Under-18 tournament at the Central Tennis Courts in Olympia. We got the chance to catch up with Dumiso Moyo. Stay tuned for the video.
Somoyo. I am usually the tennis director of Tennis Namibia, but since we have an international tournament, we now have what we call a tournament referee who has been brought in all the way from Zimbabwe due to his experience. We are having what you call an ITF World Junior Tour, where we have about 11 countries that are competing for points. The tournament started on Monday with registration from Sunday. So what's going to happen is the tournament is going to run for 2 consecutive weeks back to back, where J5 is what we're having right now, and then next week from Monday morning we're going to have the J4, which will have possibly 6 more countries joining the fray. As of yet, right now we're having the girls quarterfinals under 18s between Madagascar and South Africa on one side, and then on court 2 we have Russia, South Africa and France. South Africa, I think, yeah. So basically what happens is the children gain points that help them elevate themselves into the world tour itself. So this builds them from ITF to the ATP tour, which is where your professionals like Roger Federer, Serena Williams are part of. So my job, as you can see, is a tennis official, which makes sure that the tournament runs fundamentally without problems. I have a team of 6 people that we try and work in tandem, and then we basically try and motivate the kids. The Namibian kids are trying.
That is all we had for you from the Youthful Spotify. We hope that our regular Brian Munango will be back next week, Thursday, Monday actually, to give you the reviews of the weekend. With that, we move over to international news with Ariel Hart. Stay tuned.
Good day everyone, it's time for international sport, and lots of sports happening still all over the globe, and there's a big soccer still being played in the English Premier League, and an important game was played by Manchester City. They're leading at the moment, and they played an away game to Wolverhampton, and many predicted that that might be a game that's going to be difficult for them to win, but they went all the way. They won by 5-1. So a big result for Manchester City. They've got 89 points now after 36 games, and 36 games also for Liverpool, but they've got 89 points in second position. More important for Manchester City, because they're winning by big scores, they've got a goal difference of 94 compared with Liverpool, that's got a goal difference of 89. Also midweek games, Watford was held Everton to a 0-0 draw. That's not good news for Everton. Everton trying to avoid relegation, rather, and they still just 2 points above the relegation line. And other game that was played is Leicester, that played against Norwich, and it was a good win for Leicester. They won by 3-0. Moving on to some cycling news, a big tour that's happening just before the Tour de France starts is the Giro d'Italia. Lots of legacy in that, has been going for more than 100 years, and it was stage 5 of the tour, the Giro d'Italia. The winner there was Arnaud Memoret. He's from France. It was a sprint finish. There was a big climb in the middle of the stage, but in the sprint it was Memoret from France that won. Fernando Guiavaria, he was in second place. One of the favourites for sprints, that's Mark Cavendish of Great Britain. He had a difficult time in the mountains or the climb section, so he fell away, so he wasn't in contention with the sprint. General classifications at the moment is still Joan Pedro Lopez of Spain, the leader. He's 39 seconds ahead of Leonard Kammer. Now, going on to some golf news, still big in the news is the Super Golf League of Greg Norman with the Saudi Arabian money that it's a breakaway golf league that they're trying to get off the ground. And seems the list gets longer of high-profile players that commit for Greg Norman's Super League. Already Lee Westwood confirmed that he's going to play, and now Martin Keimer is a former world #1 of Germany. He confirmed that he will play in the Super League. Other names that's highly linked but not confirmed at the moment is Sergio Garcia of Spain and also Ian Poulter of England. The first tournament starts the 7th of June. That will be played in England. $25 million, that's the total prize money for the first tournament. And finishing off today's international sports news with Italian Open tennis news. So there's Italian cycling and also Italian tennis that's played. So in the Italian Open men's side of the draw, It is number 3 seed Rafael Nadal. That's through to the next round. He beat John Isner of America by 6-3 and 6-1. Also through Stefanos Tsitsipas of Greece. He beat Gregor Dimitrov of Bulgaria by 6-3, or in 3 sets rather. And then also high-profile player Novak Djokovic. He's got a tough next round. He will play against Stan Wawrinka. In a women's draw, it is the number 1 seed Iga Swiatek that recovered from injury. She had a good start to the tournament. She beat Elena Ruse quite convincingly 6-3 and 6-love. And then Paula Badosa, she's the number 2 seed of Spain. She beat Alessandra Savanovic. She is unattached, and she is the score there was 6-2 and 6-1. And also Tunisia's Ons Jabeur that won the Madrid Open. She's also through to the next round. So that's all the international sports news for now. Hope you have a great sporting day, and we talk again tomorrow.
Thank you, Ari. That is all we had for you from the Sport Rep crew. Catch us again tomorrow at the same time, same place. Goodbye.